Shark Bait Week. This is Bob Collects Stamps, and I'm Bob, and this is Shark Bait Week. I'll be sharing some information about shark prey animals that have appeared on stamps from around the world, and sharing the stamps too, of course. I hope you enjoy this week's videos as much as I enjoy making them. This time, it's sardines. Sardines are small, oily forage fish in the herring family Clupeidae. The term sardine was first used in English during the early 15th century. It comes from the Italian island of Sardinia, around which sardines were once abundant. Pilchard is another term for the same group of fishes. Some authorities consider the sardine to mean smaller, younger pilchards. The FAO, the Food and Agricultural Organization of the United Nations, considers 21 species of fish that may be classed as sardines. This Ecuadorian stamp is from a series on export items. It was issued on April 22, 1986, and has a Scott number of 1137A. It has a watermark of the coat of arms of the Ecuador Military Geographic Institute. This commemorative stamp was designed by H. Galarza Gomez and printed by the Instituto Geográfico Militar, Quito. My Spanish is still terrible. It has a perforation of 12.5 and was printed by offset lithography. It has a face value of 10 Ecuadorian sucre, and it had a print run of 200,000 and is from a souvenir sheet. Sardines feed on zooplankton and school wherever this is abundant. Sardines are commercially fished for bait, for eating fresh, or for drying, salting, or smoking. They are also used for fish meal and fish oil. Their oil is used for paint, varnish, and linoleum. From South Korea, this stamp comes from a 1986 Fishes series. This commemorative has a Scott number of 1418 and was issued on July 25th, 1986. It has a comb perforation of 13.25 by 13 and was printed by photogravure. The stamp has a face value of 70 South Korean won. Though still fished commercially, the sardine business has collapsed in the United States and the United Kingdom. In the UK, what's left of the industry is centered in Cornwall, and those are branded Cornish sardines. This stamp, featuring a Cornish sardine, comes from Great Britain in a series on sustainable fish. It was issued June 5th, 2014, and has a Scott number of 3299. There are variants. The stamp was designed by Kate Stevens and printed using offset lithography by International Security printers. It has a perforation of 14 by 14.5 with ordinary gum and phosphor paper. This stamp has no face value, but is printed for first-class postage. John Steinbeck centered his novel Cannery Row in Monterey, California. It was once the sardine canning capital of the United States. The last U.S. cannery closed in 2010. The Monterey canning industry began with salmon around the turn of the 20th century, but 1.4 million cases of sardines were being turned out by 1918 in support of the troops of World War I. This Tunisian stamp is from a series on the fishes of Tunisia. It was issued July 15th, 2012, and has a Scott number of 1535. This commemorative was printed by offset lithography and has a comb perforation of 13.5. There were 500,000 printed with a face value of 600 Tunisian millim. After the Second World War, the sardine fishery collapsed off California and the canneries started to close. Today, the area is a tourist destination and sardines can be seen at the Monterey Bay Aquarium at one end of Cannery Row. Thank you for joining me for this video, part of Shark Bait Week 2022. I hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for watching.